2 people, 2 pups, 2 boats, and 2 ways of savoring life. Through the hard work of restoring our Heavenly Twins catamaran, and through the adventures we take and places we visit on our McGregor 26X. Our channel takes an easygoing, lighthearted approach to enjoying life, one bikini at a time. So if you're up for some sailing and other fun, then we're happy to have you aboard. We post new videos every couple weeks, so hit that subscribe button and we'll see you here next time. And also check out the links below. We have extended videos on Vimeo, and we also have a Patreon page. Thanks to everyone for watching. Although anchoring out is always preferred, the marinas do have their advantages, like this providing a much more stable surface so you can fit in some of those must-do workouts. Well, we're headed out to the 3rd largest reef in the world, our favorite place to be, and the closer we get, the clearer and more beautiful the water becomes. It doesn't seem like snorkeling would take that much energy, but sometimes we swim pretty far away from the boat, so we always like to spend a little time goofing off before we get too tired. Despite the large reef, the waves don't always get knocked down, so you just have to take your chance and go for it and jump in. Again, and again, and again. I know we do like to add in some fun TNA on our channel, but hopefully you like the W and F to the water and fishes, because that's our most favorite part, and we got some amazing shots. Those are the spots of the Goliath grouper, and we have some amazing upcoming footage of an experience with one even bigger than that. Well, people have been asking about updates on the catamaran, and we have a lot of things to share with you. First, though, we need to look at some old clips to remember why we're having to tackle this first issue. Surprise that the captain can tell you about.
We discovered there's a pinhole leak in one of the holes on the very bottom front. So, made the decision to go ahead and proceed with getting our catamaran hauled out for the...
Then I think this is going to be a blessing in disguise.
It is a blessing in disguise. I kind of wish we had a hole in our boat sooner.
Well, I'm trying to be positive about it, right? Here we're showing you what the hole looked like after we hauled out. This is the spot where the log hit us. This is what it looked like then. And this is what it looks like now. The weight of the boat just wasn't being supported well enough, and we have what was a few inches of a crack now has expanded into over 2 feet and split the bottom of the boat where you can actually see the ground when you're inside the galley.
The weight of the boat sunk the jack, and so it lost support and it wasn't evenly supported, which the shape was changing because the split was expanding. So
Looks like it's dipping in now, babe. You got it jacked too much? Are you sure?
yes.
We talked about it a little bit, and then we decided a better way of supporting the bottom and bridging that gap, bringing the hull back together, was to put the car jacks on the side. So the captain did some finagling that way.
So we've secured the shape of the hull using car jacks.
Here we're in the galley, and you can see how small the spot was before. Again, it has expanded to over 2.5 feet, and this footage is after the captain has cored out the old fiberglass and filled it in with Bondo. Can you tell the spiders to stay out of my hair?
Here we're glassing in some stringers to make the floor stiffer and the hull shape stronger.
Yeah, we're going to add a bulkhead to the kitchen cabinet too.
You want to hold the camera and get a little closer up and show everybody what we're looking at?
This is what we're doing because crack is whack.
And that white spot on the floor is actually a hole in the boat. And that's the PVC attached to the car jack underneath that's holding the hole in the right shape.
It's funny, I put it in and it's something sticky down here, so it's just holding it in place.
It's the old Flex Seal tape.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that stuff was something.
Came across Flex Seal tape. We would press down, but the water pressure would just push it right back out. So it didn't work while we had the leak. After sitting on the hard, really worked well to hold water in. T did the templating, and we're using pressure treated ply for the stringers. So in this repair, we removed the damaged fiberglass, we acetoned it down, then applied Bondo glass as the core, and then we're going over the top with 1708 biaxial fiberglass and using 1-to-1 mix marine epoxy to tie it all together.
And this epoxy, did you go through all of the epoxy? These sheets of fiberglass are so huge. They're 4 feet by, I think, 3 feet. They're pretty big. So did you use both of those jugs on this?
I used about a half a gallon total.
Of each or altogether?
Of a mix.
Of a mix, yeah. It's a lot. And a lot of fiberglass. How much is this fiberglass? You bought it in a roll?
It's more than $1.
Uh-oh, he doesn't want to tell me. It's actually not bad at only $65 for a pretty large roll, and the 1-to-1 epoxy was around $90. Yeah.
Updates on the water, work on land.
We're taking a quick break from our regular program where we usually look down. This time we're looking up to see what even the Navy says is a suspicious sighting in the sky.
While we're working on the catamaran, something caught my eye. I looked up and I saw this sphere floating through the clouds above and below. It seemed like it was changing altitude. And so I recorded it, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It actually looked like it was illuminated not from the sun, but from itself. It was illuminated on all sides, and it had a dark center. It doesn't show up real well on camera, but it stayed above us for hours. So this occurred on Sunday, May 16th, 2021, and I looked up online, and the Navy had also reported UFOs around that same time.
In one of our upcoming videos, we'll post additional footage of what we saw, including a brightly lit object that flew in front of the UFO. Here is some of that additional footage, and we wanted to point out there's another small round object that's descending in a very linear pattern. We kind of choked up on it a lot so you could see, but in this next clip we just run the whole thing, so if you follow the arrow you'll be able to see what we're talking about. Could just be a drone, I guess, but it's really high up and round.
It's so well lit though. It's like it's reflective. What's really interesting is it's illuminated but not in the middle. Like there's a dark spot in the middle of it.
If you're that curious, I'm sure it'll be on the news, Coming up in this next clip, we slowed it down to about 10%, but it shows you that light that we were talking about that kind of shot out next to the sphere. We did have a lot of bugs flying around, but you can see in most of the clips they look very different from this. This is very linear and very bright flash kind of in the sky, maybe even a shooting star. We don't know. We posted a short about this and a lot of people were interested in seeing more, so we decided to include it in our regular post. And yeah, all of these are probably easily explained objects, but they are interesting, and otherworldly or not, the captain and I are always open to new adventures and experiences. Well, thanks for taking the ride with us, and we look forward to seeing you here in 2 weeks. We thank all of our subscribers, our Vimeo supporters, and our patrons. Hope everyone is doing well, taking time to have some fun and some time to relax. And take care, Kenneth.